Buongiorno tutti. Welcome back to Venice. The sun is setting in Venice on a very nice Sunday afternoon, or I guess Sunday evening by now. It's Palm Sunday, as a matter of fact. If I manage to get the video edited properly, you'll see that because I was basically serenaded this morning. I woke up and didn't feel quite like getting out of bed, and then there was singing outside and a whole bunch of people walking down with palms singing. There were guitars playing and everything. It actually really sounded nice. Not only were the acoustics good, but they played quite well and sang quite well. It was a catchy tune. So I got up, put a shirt on real quick, and stayed low enough in the under the window that it didn't matter that I didn't quite have proper pants on, and caught the video. It was actually a pretty cool moment. I'm not going to be here for Easter next weekend, but I'm sure that would be pretty cool too. I've been thinking about the fact that I've only got 2 more full days here, tomorrow and Tuesday, and really starting to think about like what I wanted to do, but going back to the promise I made to myself, and that was to just kind of hang out and do whatever, and that's what I did today. I wandered around, and as a matter of fact, I found myself in the Jewish section, or the Jewish Ghetto, the old Jewish Ghetto. It's no longer a Jewish ghetto, but it's actually it's the original ghetto. The term ghetto, good or bad, comes from ghetto, which is an equivalent of neighborhood in Italian. And back in 1400s, the Venetians were actually considered to be quite open-minded and very accepting of people, and so here was one of the places in Europe that Jewish people could come and practice their religion and be who they were and all that, which is nice. Not so nice. I said relatively open. Not so nice was they were confined to the ghetto. That was part of the agreement. And so yeah, that's where the term came from. And here in Venice was the original ghetto and the original Jewish ghetto. And it's got a rich history of Jewish contributions, and of course I learned a lot because I took a tour. I impromptu took a tour, and it was a really eye-opening look at some not so great history, but also some nice celebration of culture, which was very cool, and got to go inside the synagogue. Unfortunately, the other 2 are under repair. That seems to be a theme for my trip, but I got to go into one at least, and the Spanish one, in fact, because most of the Jewish population at the time was a Germanic Jewish population, and there was also an Italian population, but the Italian population was apparently very small. Then, of course, in the late 1400s, there was the Spanish Inquisition, which, of course, no one expects, except kind of the Jews by that point. So they were expelled from Spain, and a lot of them came right here. So again, the idea of this amalgam of cultures coming in, right? And then once things, were a little bit more enlightened, and the Jewish population could, of course, leave the ghetto and live among the rest of the Venetians, and it wasn't a big deal. But they were really important, an important part, because they were the money lenders, they were the merchants, or some of the merchants in that. So, and then some very, very unfortunate history in the 19th and 20th centuries, but that's unfortunate. So anyway, on a brighter news, I spent the rest of the day just wandering around, like I promised, just checking things out, taking some photos, and buying a bunch of stuff. Stuff that was kind of on my checklist behind. First thing I bought was a bag, and I'm going to stuff that thing full of stuff. I've got some gifts. I've got some treats that are coming home with me, like truffle oil, for example. I have to make sure that I can bring back all the things that I want to before I start buying too much. But and I got some trinkets for people at home, and it was a good day. It was a really good day. I also ate frito misto twice today. I just decided that's what I wanted, and I had it for lunch, and then I had it for I guess dinner, like a late evening kind of thing. So it was good. I like what I like. What can I tell you? But yeah, it was a nice, gorgeous Sunday, which was really nice after the weather had turned yesterday. So, yeah. So I've got 2 more days, and I'm starting to feel it. Starting to feel like it's coming to an end, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. I think I've mentioned before, like part of me is like, yeah, it'd be nice to get home and rest and that. But part of me is like, oh, I don't want to go. Like, I can't believe that on Thursday morning I'm going to wake up and I'm not going to hear church bells, for example. I'm not going to have access to a canal, and, there's not going to be a big dome sitting somewhere for me to just walk around and that. And, or some church that's like 1,000 years old that I can go check out. But I'll get to see Nancy. It's almost spring, or at least spring weather. So soon enough I'll be camping and going to see all the cool things that Canada has to offer. So, that's not so bad either. Anyway, I hope everyone watching this is doing awesome. Aside from being a little melancholy, I'm doing quite awesome. If you get a chance, come to Venice. It's fantastic. Or plan your trip, wherever it is that you want to go. And, take care of yourselves. I will speak to you tomorrow. A domani. Arrivederci. Ciao. It's probably a good sign.